Hey, my name is Jesse. Call me Jay. I'm making this video. This one's for the Canadian government and their bullshit that I went through here just the other day. I just wanted to let someone know. So here we go. Here's the story. So I'm on waiting for disability right now. I'm on welfare. So yeah, I'm one of those bums. Woohoo! Life is just a fantastic roller coaster of emotions on the daily. I'm not here to beg for money or ask for money or anything like that. Not here to make anybody feel for my situation. Just wanted to let people know what kind of situations are happening to people like myself. So I'm on welfare for no reason of my own. Bad situation, circumstances. We'll touch on that another video. Don't want to be here. It's not a good place to be. Right off the bat, I guess that's what I can say. But the other day I was approved for a generator. Woo! And I was stoked until I realized that they think that a generator is $300, and that's not what I asked for. I should be grateful, right? That's what everybody says. Well, $300 may get you a generator, but it'll get you a big one you can't bring with you. And if you're homeless, that doesn't really help. I need something portable. And I thought for once my needs were actually going to be met. As you can see, I have light, barely. We're running solar lights that will die any moment. I'm not sure when it will die, but it will die. We're only at about 11 p.m. here. So, and I've got battery banks, good old battery banks that are holding in there. Solar as well. The solar doesn't do crap. It doesn't charge enough for the evening. So it's basically, once the coyotes and everything come out, because I live in the middle of the bush as well. So that's another thing I got going against me. So having a big generator. Back to the Jenny. Well, $300 was approved after begging pretty much for months for any kind of solution to my situation. I've been called unhosable by the hosing lady. I've been put in a brothel. That was fun. My house burnt down, so that sucks. My car got ransacked after, my truck. By our landlord, no doubt. And stripped for parts. So after our house burnt down, our vehicle was stripped bare, unable to move. And that's after we got out of the brothel. That's a story for another time. Our government put us in that brothel, might I add. Then called unhousable because, brothels should be good for everybody, but apparently, apparently we didn't want to be in the brothel, so it was good enough for everybody else, but, so we've been abandoned to basically the side of the road. And a generator would have been a big help, living in the middle of the woods, and waiting for actual help. You lose your house in a fire, you expect actual help to be coming eventually. 72 hours, fun fact, 72 hours is as long as you have to get a hold of the Red Cross, or else you're screwed. And we didn't have a phone because, fire. And so we were put in this brothel by the first responders, and we got a room with no phone. The brothel had no phone. No calling out for help. So we didn't know that it was only 72 hours. and everything happened on a Friday. By the time that we got told that no help was coming and we only had 72 hours, it was on a Monday. So we were at the end of our 72 hours, leading us to basically forage on our own, left to the side of the road. Dropped off in the middle of nowhere and given a tent and a sandwich, and there you go. You're on your own. And we had to pay to be in the brothel too. It wasn't a free stay. No. Very expensive brothel. It was an inn, but it was not. You wanted to get out as soon as you got in. So I asked for a little bit of assistance, emergency request, and I was approved. Yay! And that's where everything became sad, because I $300 wasn't enough for what I had asked for. I wanted a portable Jenny that was going to help us get through, and they told me, give back the check and we'll get you back in the process. So I gave back the check, and I thought the process would be get back into the process, and nothing, no movement. So I phoned and get out of here. And yeah, I was laughed at. They laughed at me. Told me that I'm wasting taxpayers' money, and how could I ever ask for such a thing. I was told that it was highly inappropriate that I asked for walls as well. I was asking for wood to build with, and that was highly inappropriate. Now, I may have worded it a little bit inappropriately, a little jokingly, I should say. But apparently, if a guy in my situation can't make jokes about all of the wonderful things that our government has done in the what helpful things they've done. Might I add, my house burning down was a direct link to them as well. That will be for another another story. Bad situation after bad situation, seeking help, looking,
screaming,
yeah.
please help.
Basically, you expect the emergency support to be there, especially when you're falling. Everybody says, phone this number, phone that number, get a hold of these people. I would say you're on your own, for the most part. Yeah, learn the hardest of lessons, looking for help. So, we're laughed at, told, basically, you're not worth it. And that's a hard pill to swallow, especially when you're told that having walls is an inappropriate thing to ask for. And you don't really need walls. We can't. It's too much for you. I paid my taxes. I'm a taxpayer. Everybody pays taxes. I'm not asking for an exorbitant amount of money. I'm asking for a portable, because I'm homeless, form, any shape or form of Jenny, be it a solar panel or gas generator. Hell, if they want to come down and let me plug into them every day, I will take them up on that, after being told I'm unhouseable. So I just thought I'd make this video, because I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I don't feel like it's unreasonable to ask for some help every once in a while, especially when I got bears that are sitting on my doorstep eating my picnic baskets and whatnot. It's a safety concern. I got coyotes, I got bears, I got this, that, the other thing. Can't have my lights being turned out.
On one side of us.
Yeah, we basically have built ourselves into a little box as best we can, but it's not enough.
It's not safe.
It's it's not safe. There's reasonably asked for items being laughed at, and literally she laughed. It was brutal, actually. I told her that it was highly inappropriate that she make light of a situation that has me fighting a bear toe to toe most nights. Um, Now, it might be funny. It might be a funny picture. But I can tell you from where I sit, it is not funny. It is a sad state of affairs that we sit in a country that can help people from around the world, but it can't help its own citizens. Um, I've been here my whole life. I've contributed in more ways than I'd like to admit, or say, or anything. I've done things for my country that I shouldn't have had to. It's a sad day when we can't look after our own people. It's a sad day when walls are too much to ask for, when they're willing to build the walls themselves. It shouldn't be a laughable situation. It shouldn't be laughed at. And to shame for that lady to even be joking about my situation. Now, I made a joke within one of my things saying my bank account is so low that I'm at suck a dick level. I thought it was funny. It was highly inappropriate, apparently. Maybe. But I think more so laughing at a guy who's homeless that's asking for, walls. That feels more highly inappropriate to me. Like, comment. Hell, just tell me what you think. Am I being highly inappropriate? Or is it highly inappropriate what our government's doing to its own people?